Alright, what's going on everyone? Welcome to part 2 of the OG characters for the utility guide. Now I did part 1 a few days ago and I put that out. If you haven't watched that, go watch that. But this is part 2 of the year 1 characters. I'm going to go ahead and go through them, place them in one or more of these categories. I'll try to go a little bit faster than my last one so you don't have to sit for a really long video. Also, some of these characters will still be usable in the pinch. I'll still put them under orbs only, but they are usable in the pinch and I'll tell you which ones when I get to them. But let's begin. So we're starting off with Cone. This is actually a different Cone than the one that was a drop for the anniversary event. That one was the Mind version. This one right here is the Heart version. You really only got him if you played the game during the first, I think, year. And he's not a good character. He's only really useful for orbs. Noitora is one of those characters that I was talking about where you can use him in a pinch if you absolutely need to. He does have bad range on his strong attacks, but like I said, in a pinch if you have to, you can use him. He's got Frenzy. They're not terrible range like some of the other characters, and he does have a strong attack damage link as well as a low stamina damage link, but honestly only if you absolutely need to. Aside from that, he's just orbs. Same thing with Nell. She's got Frenzy as well, Beam Shot, strong attack 1, though it's got very poor range. She actually has Bombardment, one of the few characters that has Frenzy and Bombardment, fun fact, but not a good character. Xyloporo I'm going to put under links because you can actually use him as a link for PvP if you need to. If you absolutely need to, he has a damage reduction link and an evasion link of 11%, so you can actually dodge sometimes. But he's also a useful character for a link in PvE because of those same reasons. You can equip him to someone and they may not get hit. They also can take a little bit more damage. Kenny, I'm actually going to put him under PvP because you can still use him for PvP if you absolutely need to. He's got Flurry, he's got Poise, he's got now a normal attack damage increase with his link. He's got a 16% normal attack increase. You can also use him for autoing if you absolutely need to. It's a little bit more iffy for autoing, just because he is an older character, but like I said, Poise and Flurry, if you need to, you could use them. Probably not for a lot of the events now, but for just regular grinding, you probably can. Mayuri's bad. Mayuri's bad at everything. Just no Mayuri. Thank you very much. Also, fun fact, this was a 5-character banner when it first came out. Noitora, Xyloporo, Kenny, Nell, and Mayuri were in one banner when they first came out. They were simpler times. Next, we have the Valentine's Day characters. I really love these characters' designs, and their actual strong attacks are really just cleverly thought out, I think. If you haven't seen, specifically Momo, she uses cookie versions of Aizen's glasses to attack. It's really great. Go look up her gameplay if you haven't seen it. But yeah. Character herself's not great. I would put her under orbs, but she's got a strong attack 2 that's a heal move. It's the only thing she's good for. That's it. It's just support, and even then, she should be your absolute last character to take as a healer. Her strong attack 1 is the worst strong attack 1 in the entire game. It might be the worst strong attack in the entire game. It takes like 2 seconds to actually do anything. It's awful. Next we have Rukia. Rukia is one of the original boost characters. Rukia and Nell were one of the original boost characters whose boost move didn't do any damage originally, but it started doing damage after Resurrection. Still not enough to actually make her viable. She's a strong attacking character with awful strong attacks, so we're going to put her under orbs only. But we do have Nell, who's kind of actually good. She's usable. Not good, she's just usable. She's got a 60% bruiser and a 20% normal attack damage link and a boost move with Enhancer. She can be used in a pinch in PvE if you absolutely need to. You can use her in PvE, but you know, just actually control her. Don't auto with her because you're gonna need to. But yeah, okay damage if you know how to use her. Honestly, surprisingly. But next we have the Yachiru. Yachiru is also a healer, kind of like Momo. Only her strong attacks were a lot better. Still a terrible character, but at least you can actually use her strong attack 1. So decent for support if you absolutely need to. Tessai, I'm going to put him down here because Tessai is not good. I think he also has Bombardment along with Kisuke. They both got Bombardment, but Kisuke got an actual useful link. He's got a Crystal drop link as well as a strong attack recharge link now, so it makes him even better as a link, but only a link. Don't actually take him to anything just because he's only good for grinding up stuff, but still one of the few characters with a crystal drop link. Next we have Yoroichi. Now I might be biased here because I really like this Yoroichi specifically. but you can actually use her for PvE. She's got Frenzy, she's got a normal attack damage link, she's got a normal bruiser like a 30. So she's a kind of a hybrid character who's very swift. Her strong attacks may not have the best range, so they do have decent range. And she's got multiple flash steps and long strides. So you can actually use her for PvE, and she's very, very fun. I highly recommend you try her if you have her. Next we have the Shui, the White Day version of Shui. Well, they did remake Shui, Gin, and Grimmjow. The originals are not as good as the remakes. This one is not great. He does have Frenzy, and he might be able to be used in a pinch, but honestly, no. No. Next we have Toshiro. Toshiro is actually one of the characters whose strong attacks I really, really like. He's got like a spiral Ice Flower strong attack 3 that's really fun to look at. Unfortunately, the character himself is not that good. Gin is probably the best one of the original White Day characters. Even he is just not good, though I think he might be a decent Link. I think if I'm not mistaken, he has like a strong attack recharge and stamina recovery soul trait. So I'm going to go ahead and leave him down there. Kenpachi is not good. I really hope they remake him in the next White Day just because I really like this look of Kenpachi. Just the sunglasses looks really, really good. Grimmjow, not a good character. Decent Link though. Normal attack damage and strong attack damage. Aizen is not good. I really wish he was because out of all the strong attacks for the original White Day characters, his are my favorite. They use flower petals. They're really cool. But he has bombardment. He was doomed to fail. I think can inflict paralysis on everything. But again, bombardment, no frenzy, no good, sadly. Next we have the original Ishin. This guy is actually kind of like Noitora. Can actually be used in a pinch if you absolutely need to. He's got a beam shot, strong attack 1, and not awful range on his strong attack 2 and 3. He still should only use him for orbs only, but if you absolutely must, you can probably get away with it. If you don't have any other heart hollow killers, you can probably get away with using him if you absolutely need to. With this Yama, kind of a similar thing, a decent killer. He's got Frenzy, not completely awful strong attack range, but again, kind of like Ishin, only if you absolutely need to, and you don't have any other tech Aron card killers. This Byakuya was actually the original character that had a Vortex move, at least for JP. For Global, it was the Frenzy version of Byakuya, and this one came out like a month later. But Vortex move, strong attack 2, that hits a really long time. It's okay for crowd control, and that's why I'm going to put him here. He also has a 150 mag strong attack 3, meaning it hits harder than most of the other characters on this list, which great for him, but it's about all he's got going for him. Sadly, he's not that good outside of that because you do have to wait a little longer for that strong attack too. But crowd control, if you absolutely need to, he can be used for that if you're doing that in PvE. These three are awful. Never use these three. Renji specifically is one of the worst characters ever. He's so bad. He's got like a strong attack. I don't remember which one of his strong attacks it is, but it's like on the level of Valentine's Day Momo's strong attack 1. It's just bad. Next we have Ukiora. Okay, now this Ukiora is actually still usable, even by today's standards. Obviously, he's no modern character. The modern characters are way better, but his strong attack 3 is very near full screen. His strong attack 1 is a beam shot. It may not have the range of some of the beam shots now, but it's still a beam shot with better range than like Ishin, who also has one. And his strong attack 2 is a lunge move. And he's got a strong tech damage link and a normal tech damage link. He's also a very good link. If I haven't, I'm going to go ahead and clone him and put him down here. Honestly, he's probably the best character on this in terms of PvE, just like regular PvE. He still holds up even now. If you have him, you could still use him. He holds up. Next, we have the Full Hollow Ichigo. This guy is one of my favorite links in the game. He's got a normal attack damage link and a last-ditch survival link of 80%. Great link for autoing if you're autoing with a normal attacking character, just because there's an 80% chance they come back to life if they go down. So good. He's also a good character himself. He's got like a plus 40 bruiser, a plus 20 normal attack damage link, so 60 by himself. He's got decent range on his strong attacks, and they do decent damage thanks to his like plus 40 berserker. His strong attack 1 is a vortex move, which is very, very rare for a strong attack 1. Honestly, PvE, not a bad character. Autoing, not a terrible character either. Obviously not for like inheritance zones or stuff like that. Although, he might be able to deal these. He probably can't do the whole thing by himself, but he can probably get some of it done. But yeah, just honestly, decent character. Next we have Shui, who came out in the same manner as these guys. not as good, sadly. He might be a little bit more redeemable than Ishin and Yama, but not a good character. Still, probably my favorite design for this character is at least the artwork is probably this one. Next we have Nozomi. Nozomi is a decent link. She's got a strong attack recharge and a heal link, so she can just recover. But aside from that, though, she's not really good for much of anything else. They didn't give her Frenzy because I think she has Bombardment. Oko is on the same level as Noitora and Ishin, where he's just can probably do something in a pinch if you absolutely need him to, but that's it. He's not good. I don't remember this guy's name. Not good though. Not great. I honestly don't remember. I had it, but I think it starts with an A. Ashido, I think? I don't remember. But not good. But this guy, Amagai, Captain Amagai. So this guy is actually interesting because he's a decent boss killer. Well, decent's a strong word. You can use him as a boss killer if you absolutely need to. His strong attack 2 is a pushback move that hits multiple. Strong attack 3 is a pushback move. I'm sorry, that hits multiple times and can inflict burn. It also it pushes the bosses back. If you absolutely need to burn a boss to death, this guy is probably the best one on this list to take out a boss. But really, that's it. It's just his pushback move and burn on everything. He's also got a decent link. He's got like a last-ditch survival link of 80% and a dodge rate of 11%. So in a PvE kind of link, maybe you could use him just because, you know, anyone who you attach to might have a bit more of a chance to survive it. But that's about it. Next we have Stark. Probably my favorite OG character is this Stark. He's so fun to use. If you have this character, use him on something easy. He is so much fun. One of the best links in the entire game. Strong attack damage and strong attack recharge. Aside from that, though, that's it. He's not good for much of anything else, sadly. No Frenzy, no Flurry. He has Bombardment, but he probably has the best range overall. In this list right here, he probably has the best range for his strong attacks, except for maybe Ukiora. But sadly, just a link for that guy. Hallibell, not a good character, sadly. Got cursed with a Captain Killer. Yama also doesn't have a good killer, but Yama has a strong attack 2, I think. That's a Vortex move that can inflict burn. For that reason, I'm going to put him under versus bosses, because if you absolutely need to burn a boss to death, he's a good option for it. I still think that Amagai might be the better choice for that, because last survival for one thing, dodge rate for another. His strong attack 3 is also a pushback move on top of hitting multiple times. Yama can probably inflict it a little bit more frequently since I think it's a strong attack 2, but you know, Amagai has a bit more uses. Either way, both can probably be used to take out bosses in a pinch if you absolutely need to. Next we have the Parasol characters, the original ones. Shunsui, surprisingly usable for PvE in a pinch if you need to. Not in a pinch like Noitora and these guys, but like on the level of Yoroichi and Nell, where he has a plus 60 bruiser, he has a 16% normal attack damage link, bringing it up to 76%. He's got a boost move strong attack 2, he's got a vortex move strong attack 3. All of his attacks can inflict paralysis, including that vortex move, including that boost move, which is very, very rare. It's debilitating paralysis, and he can hit hard with his normal attack. He could probably honestly auto by himself if you need him to, specific areas. Just because of those two things, he can, you know, he could probably hold his own. And crowd control for that reason as well. You can paralyze very easily with that strong attack 3, and boost move for a strong attack 2. So honestly, surprisingly okay character. Next we have one of the best healers, or the best original healer. An okay healer by today's standards, and by okay I mean she can hold up. That's about it. She has a boost heal move, strong attack 2, and she's got a strong attack recharge link, so she can get that back even quicker. That's the word I was looking for. She's also, if I'm not mistaken, got a heal. Yeah, she's got a heal link as well for her resurrection link, so she can heal herself in that regard as well, which is really handy. She's also got a pushback move, strong attack 1, and her strong attack 3 is a vortex move. I mean, her special is a vortex move, which is very unheard of. It also makes her good for crowd control for that reason. But yeah, also a decent link on top of being actually usable herself, which is just odd. Put her down here though. Okay. Honestly, you can probably use her for PvE as well, though she's not going to be nearly as fast as the others. She's definitely reliable. If you're controlling her, she can probably get it done. Next, we have a very bizarre character in Jushiro. Jushiro is what would happen if a Swiss Army knife became a character. he's just got a weird kit. He's just got a weird stuff going for him. His special is a heal move. He's got a healing link of 20%. He's got a boost move, strong attack 2. He's got a vortex move, strong attack 3. His strong attack 1 knocks enemies back, and he's got a 60% bruiser, making his normal attack viable. It's just odd. He's decent for support for the reasons that I mentioned, because he can heal and he can boost, and he could probably be used in a pinch for PvE as well, just because of everything else he's got going for him. He might even be able to auto since he can heal himself across areas and he's got a plus 60 bruiser. He will be a lot slower if you decide to use him because his strong attack 1 will knock the enemies back, and his strong attack 2 and 3 take a long time to come back to him. But he could probably do it. Grimjaw, not good, sadly. I think he hits harder than any of the other ones, I think. But he doesn't have the best strong attacks, and he's got a terrible killer. And then we have the last characters to come out the first year. Honestly, they were the characters that came out in the first year anniversary. So we didn't have a special character. We had these 3. They were the original 6 stars for us, and they were awful first 6 stars. They got resurrected and got a little bit better, but not good enough to actually be good. So I'm going to put them all under orbs only. These are some of the worst 6 stars you can get, unfortunately. So they're only really useful for orbs. But there you have it. It's a little bit better of a link than of a list than the original first half of the characters. But yeah, that's this one. We definitely got a little bit better this time around. From now on, when I make this video, this series, it's gonna be fewer characters than this, but I'm gonna go in a little bit more depth to them. I'm gonna cover like a few banners at a time, and then catch up all the way to where we are today. So you're gonna start seeing this fill up with more characters and not as many characters that end up in orbs only. But let me know if you like the series. Be sure to hit like so that I know that you do and I can continue making it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna stop. But I do enjoy making it, despite sometimes having to restart and film the whole thing again like I did this time around. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Take care.